The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Sports.
All right, well, the Cubs are giant killers. They blanked the Pirates 8-0 yesterday. The former number one Pirates last week when the Cubs swept them at Wrigley. Then they go on the road. They start a series and crush them again. Pirates have now dropped to third. Cubs are only 3.5 games out of first now.
It's a miracle, baby. We're a playoff team again.
Yeah, just go for the long con.
Long con.
Don't get too excited over everything. Just everything's going to be fine. Besides all them runs, Drew Smyly had 5 shutout innings. His ERA is 1.74 now over the last 7 road starts. There's a sludge stat for you there. Cubs at the Pirates again tonight. And more going on with what Wrigley Field and the Cubs. Did you see the DraftKings Sportsbook opening in a few weeks? You know, I got to admit, I didn't like the construction that was going on out there for the last year, out there by Sports Corner, when you're in right field wall.
It's fairly out of the way.
I just didn't like how it blocked the ballpark, and it was just annoying.
Oh, okay, I see.
The view. But when I saw what this sports book, it's going to have a 2,000 square foot screen that bends along the whole wall.
Yeah.
That's the largest in the Midwest, allegedly. And it looks amazing. You'll be able to obviously gamble. I mean, on the app. I mean, DraftKings are my boys. I bet on the app on your phone. You just download it, But on site, it will be really cool to have the sports book there to go to after, before games. It just looks incredible.
I love Wrigley.
Oh,
They're just the best.
Also, Kenzie needed me yesterday to be on her TV show, and I bailed on her.
Yeah. Thanks a hoot. I should have bailed today, you jerk.
So,
I come in Monday through Friday. You couldn't help me out one time.
I lived really far away from where you were
don't.
filming.
It's walking distance. We film at Old Crow Smokehouse in Wrigley.
So it's the MVP game on the Marquee Network.
Yes. And so we were fully casted. We've talked about having you on an episode before, and we're like, we'll pick a date that works best. But yesterday, we actually had somebody call, and this is the first time in the history of the show. We're on the second season, and we're deep into the second season. Someone canceled day of because they tested positive for COVID.
By the way, before you continue, is it weird now that it feels like COVID's coming back? I know 4 people with COVID all of a sudden.
Don't say that. This is the first time I've had an interaction with somebody with COVID in a long time.
I thought it was over, and it's not over.
We're not going to talk about it like that. But they tested positive for COVID. And she was very, it was a sweet offer. She's like, I can still come. I'm like, no, I'm not going to endanger everybody.
Of course not.
But I appreciate the offer. So I was scrambling. It's very challenging. We have a lot of people who apply for the show, which is awesome. But people apply in Iowa, Wisconsin, a lot of out-of-state people who spend 5 hours driving when they're casted. So we're cold calling a lot of people. And they're like, I would love to do it, but my car literally won't arrive in time to film tonight. And I'm like, you know what? Brian could walk here. I'm going to give him a 5-hour notice, and he could walk here.
Yeah.
He still didn't do it.
Well, got a lot of stuff going on yesterday. Very busy plans. I was cleaning our laundry area because some of the soap had dripped on. You know how it gets all glumpy?
This is making me angrier. I want you to know that.
And, I had to work on that. I had some fantastic spray down there trying to clean it all up. And I was in the middle of the project when you called.
It was a 5-hour notice.
It took a while. It took a while to clean. I took breaks. I have to take my union breaks. Took a long time.
Yeah, didn't show up. But I did have 4 listeners participate in last night's filming.
That's amazing.
Colton, Christina, Steve, and Vicky. And they were awesome. And they showed up, Brian, but they were awesome.
And if you want to be on the show, if you're one of the crew members want to be on our TV show, what do you do?
TheMVPGame.com. It's like a 4-second application. So
perfect.
Shoot that over. When we have more film dates, we'll circle back. We wait to get them from Marquee, and then we'll schedule those with you. But yeah.
Right on. Well, the White Sox lost to the Rangers 5-2, despite Lance Lynn tying a White Sox record with 16 strikeouts on Sunday, and they somehow lost that game to the Mariners. How's that possible?
I don't know.
How's that possible? 16 strikeouts. You're getting close to you're in Kerry Wood territory there. And that's the record, tying the record with the White Sox. They'll do it again tonight on the South Side against the Rangers, by the way. Michael Jordan is selling the majority ownership of his stake in the Charlotte Hornets. He's owned it for 13 seasons. Listen, MJ's my guy.
Yeah.
I love him to death. No question. Even when he was in North Carolina. And I was a wee little lad watching him at NC.
North Carolina. I love P.D. Pablo.
But the Charlotte Hornets as an owner, 0 finals appearances, 0 conference finals appearances, 0 semifinal appearances, 0 first-round series wins, and they also drafted Kemba Walker, which didn't turn out great. It's been a bad owner. It's just not been good. It's not been a good run.
You know what I feel like he's not the best owner of as well? And I love Michael Jordan. Team Jordan.
Right.
He's better than LeBron. I don't need rah, 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 rah. Not great at owning a steakhouse either. I feel like he doesn't put a lot of effort into that. Has anyone attended that place?
Well, I ate there and it was good. It's weird because it's in the hotel kind of thing. It just doesn't have the vibe is weird.
I just feel like there's not. Like, the Charlotte Hornets and the steakhouse are just at the bottom of the list.
I'll tell you what.
The impression I've received.
Listen, the place that was over on LaSalle, the old restaurant, used to be amazing, that sports bar. Should never got rid of that one. Should have never done that.
I didn't visit that one. I've only visited this one. And I'm like, yeah.
You know what?
I like the shoes and the basketball.
But also,
Better.
listen, after all that stuff with the Charlotte Hornets, he still bought it for like a couple $100 million, and he's going to sell out like $1 billion. So he still wins in the end. That's the biggest win number is the revenue.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's so smart. It's unbelievable.
He still wins. Finally, over the weekend, Father's Day, Jordan Love, the new quarterback of the Packers, doesn't know how to ball bust properly. I think he was trying. I still don't understand it. Maybe people can help out. I think he was trying to say, I'm your daddy to Bears fans. Instead, he said this.
Which is also weird.
Because, of course, Aaron Rodgers, he owned the Bears for all those years. Fair. Jordan Love hasn't done crap yet. And I don't understand what he's trying to do here.
Happy Father's Day to all the Bears fans out there. Go Pack, go.
Happy Father's Day to the Bears fans. So you're our son? Like, I don't get the ball bust.
Like there isn't one. Maybe he's just a really good guy, and everyone's trying to figure you suck at ball busting, and he was being really nice.
No, I think he's dumb.
He's stupid.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Before we get you on the phones, the Clash with Kenzie here, Q101, Brian and Kenzie, Q101 Morning Crew. I went viral over the weekend.
You look at you. Look at your big smile.
I put this video. I'm sitting there on the couch watching Fox 32, and they're doing the news, and Taste of Randolph, that Street Fest, was over the weekend. And there's some guy on there. They interview and say, how's the festival? What are you seeing? And here's what he said.
Great. There's a lot of great food. There's a lot of beautiful women. I'm not talking to any of them, but they're still there.
So I put that up on my Twitter, which is, and all my socials are just at Brian J. Haddad, pretty easy, Haddad. But then Big Cat from Barstool retweeted it, and he's got millions of followers. So all of a sudden I look at it, and it's got like 600,000 views, the audio of that.
It's great because I can't tell if he's either too nervous to talk to women or halfway through he remembered his wife was going to be able to see it.
It's the second one.
You think so?
Absolutely. It's the second one.
One of the two occurred. But I'd still be mad if my husband was like, there's a lot of beautiful women. I'd be like, you're not going again.
Listen how he says, I'm not talking to any of them. Okay, here's the...
There's a lot of great food. There's a lot of beautiful women. I'm not talking to any of them, but they're still there.
I don't know who this guy is. Hopefully he listens. You can call up too. I'd love to talk to you about that experience. And if you do have a wife or you just were weird about the whole thing.
Right. I really want to know which one it is. It's a toss-up in my mind.
Yeah, me too.
Because he could just be making fun of himself a little. Like, I'm not talking to anyone.
I don't know. I don't think wifey's listening.
But as a wife, that wouldn't make me feel any better.
You ever met some wives?
Yeah.
They might think the other way.
No, they would probably still be pissed. If it's one of those wives that would kill you for saying that, they're still going to kill you for saying that even if you're not talking to them. Why are you noticing them?
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
You can't defeat her. She's too powerful.
Clash with Kenzie.
Let the battle begin.
Q101.
All right, Weezer tickets on the line today for Hard Rock Live in Northern Indiana. That show is Sunday, July 9th, coming up in a few weeks. You'll get 2 tickets. It'll be amazing. Thanks to Hard Rock for giving us tickets. And Andy is going to be competing in Hammond against Kenzie today. So, Andy, give us something little about yourself.
So I've seen Weezer a handful of times, actually, at you guys' last Ahoy show. So that was kind of fun.
Oh, that was an amazing show over at the Aragon.
Oh, my God. It was great.
All right. That's all you got. That's all we got about Andy.
He's a big Weezer guy.
Big Weezer guy.
I love it.
At least he's on brand. Okay, Andy, I'll call heads or tails on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, call it.
Heads.
It is heads.
Ooh la la.
There we go. We show the cameras. Are you ready, Andy?
I am ready.
Okay, Andy, question number 1. What are the 2 primary colors in the FedEx logo?
Purple and orange?
Purple and orange is right. Good job, Andy. Kenzie.
Yeah.
L. Ron Hubbard is the founder of what religious organization?
L. Ron Hubbard.
Yes.
I'm going to say Scientology.
You are right. That's a religious...
Sounded a little newer, right? It wasn't like Josiah.
Christianity. Back to Andy.
Yep.
McDonald's recently introduced a special shake for which of their mascots?
That is Grimace.
Grimace is right. Good job. Kenzie.
Big Grimace guy, too, huh?
Well,
Big
Grimace
purple.
loves Weezer. I know
It's
that.
true.
Kenzie, eclairs are said to have originated in which country?
France.
France is right. France or France, who would have accepted?
France.
Andy, on a map, the horizontal lines are called what? Horizontal.
Latitude?
Latitude's right.
I didn't know that's where you were going with that. I didn't understand.
50-50
I was
chance.
like, roads.
Kenzie,
Huh.
who is SpongeBob's boss?
Mr. Krabs.
Mr. Krabs is right. 3-3. Back to Andy?
Yep.
What candy invites you to taste the rainbow, Andy?
Skittles?
Skittles is right. Skittles. Skittles. Kenzie, what U.S. president is on the penny?
Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln is. Next one wins.
Yeah, it's 4-4 back
Because
to
we're
Andy.
in the land of Lincoln, which I learned about 2 weeks ago.
Land of Lincoln.
So pretty excited about that.
Is it back to Andy?
It's back to Andy.
Oh, and the next question wins?
Yes.
Andy, what U.S. city is nicknamed the Big Peach?
Ooh, Atlanta?
Atlanta's right. He's got the tickets. Congratulations,
Did no one
Andy.
get one wrong, by the way, the whole time?
The whole time, no one got one wrong.
Wow, way to go, Andy.
Wow.
And way to go,
Andy.
Kenzie.
Way to go,
Andy.
you.
Look at us.
You guys are both smart. It's okay.
I know. I mean, you kind of got the leg up on that with the toss, but it's fine.
You got to win something.
That's right. Congratulations. You're going to Weezer, my friend.
Yes, that's awesome.
Okay, cool.
The Q101 Morning Crew's Clash with Kenzie.
On Q101.
But don't worry, coming up after Collective Soul, everybody listening, you got your shot to qualify for tickets to Fall Out Boy at Wrigley Field, just about 4.5 minutes away. Stay here with Brian and Kenzie on the Q101 Morning Crew.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
All right, we already got our qualifier for Fall Out Boy Wrigley Field. Another one coming up at 8 o'clock with Brian and Kenzie here on Q101. That was Blink-182. And over the weekend, Kourtney Kardashian, Travis Barker, the drummer of Blink-182's, they're married officially. I think they got their girlfriend, boyfriend. They said they got married, but I don't know if it was official. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there was a massive wedding in Italy. You didn't see all the pictures and videos.
Yeah, but I didn't see
And they got married legally in the United States first.
I just didn't see the ring go on the finger. Is she wearing a ring?
No, there was a whole ceremony you could have watched. Just didn't pay attention. It's fine, but
I missed it somehow in the chaos, I guess, of my own life.
I believe it was sponsored by like old school Dolce & Gabbana. The entire thing was themed.
Genius to have a wedding sponsored.
Isn't that amazing?
Oh.
As if they couldn't afford it. They
Right.
didn't get sponsored.
Well,
Unbelievable.
So Blink is playing, and this is in L.A., and she held up a sign. Kourtney, they've been trying very hard to have a baby, doing IVF and everything. And I guess she just gave up IVF recently. She said, you know what? Whatever, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah,
And-
they were struggling with it because he's 47.
Yep.
And she's 44.
Yep. Well, she held up a sign at the concert saying, Travis, I'm pregnant, just like the girl did in the All the Small Things video many, many years
And
ago.
it's identical. Like the writing on it, it's so good.
I got to say, listen, it was cute. It was cute.
really did love it.
It was really cute.
I'm not necessarily like, I have stopped keeping up with the Kardashians. I stopped quite a while ago. I was more like right after the sex tape when the show came out. I watched it, but not the sex tape, the show.
I watched it religiously, that show.
The tape or the show?
Well, the tape and the show.
Okay, I just want to clarify. It's a lot. It was a lot to take in there. But I stopped a long time ago. But this was adorable. And there's a lot of haters out there who said that they thought it was fake and everyone probably already knew and just how they're doing it publicly. But I don't know. I think I'm an optimistic person and I just believe in cute moments. And what a great way to surprise him. That's personal to him. Why couldn't it be true?
Yeah, and taking it from the video was really cool. Yeah, maybe it was fake. Who knows? Who cares? It was really cute.
It was really cute.
And especially with all the listeners out there, the crew members out there, I know that you can relate when you're trying to have a kid and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And even though she already has 3 kids with the other dude, Scott, I hate that guy. So annoying.
You know,
Scott.
I agree with you. He's also hilarious, but he's not a good person at the same time. But I beg I beg to differ on the fact that you know anything about him based on this conversation that we've had.
Scott Disick?
Yeah, do you?
What do you mean? I know about his life. You mean like he's had a rough life or something?
No,
or...
but you're like, oh, I hate him. Like, do you?
Yeah, I hate him. I see he's on the show. He puts his whole life on the air for 15 years. I know him.
Okay,
I know
just
him.
wanted to just checking in.
I don't like him. Anyway, she has the kids with him, and she got another kid on the way now with Travis. And again, with our listeners out there trying, I mean, I remember when we were trying, me and Megan got married, and listeners were giving all this kind of advice. And
Oh, really?
Oh, well, we use the app. A listener recommended this app that tells Megan when she's most fertile, and that's like, should I go home?
Like
she
an
goes,
ovulation tracker.
yeah, and she goes like, okay, drop your pants. Let's go right now. I get home. And that's what that ovulation tracker said to do.
You gave that app 5 stars, didn't you?
Oh, 5.5.
Yeah.
And also, I remember a listener told me once that they were trying to have a baby, wasn't working, and he heard to do this, and he did it. Where after sex, he held his wife's ankles in the air. So gravity would pull everything in a little better. And he always said, you know what? We got a baby that way. So whatever works for you.
Didn't you say you did that too?
We tried it. Yeah.
Yeah, you did hold her ankles in there, didn't you?
We were laughing really hard. And yeah, I did that. I tried.
I feel like an easier version is to just go put your legs on the wall.
No, because you've got to get the torso fully up in
You
the
need
air.
the torso in the air?
The torso's got to get everything completely up there.
What's funny, because you're 6'4".
And a quarter.
And how tall's Megan?
She's 5'9".
That's difficult.
Yeah.
Your hands had to be over your head.
Oh, yeah.
Like, my husband would pick me up by the ankle to go to, like, his stomach, because I'm 5'2", but that's a thing for you at 5'9".
I'm saying whatever it takes to get pregnant, do it. Don't listen to people say that won't work or this won't work. Try whatever. They did it. She's 44, and she did it.
I'm happy. I do love when like great things happen. They're married. They're trying for a kid. I think that's great news. I don't know.
Yeah, it is great. I think it's great.
I'm a cornball.
No, it's easy. No, it's not cornball. Listen, again, our listeners, you're like us, and you're trying to have a kid, and it's hard. We're trying to have another, I guess.
You are trying to have another?
Breaking news. Yeah, we're trying to have I mean, here's the thing. The nurse told Megan after we had the first baby that, what's your plan? What's your strategy? And have another child. And Megan just kind of went like, we're putting it in God's hands. And they didn't like that answer. They were like, you're supposed to have protection those certain points. Are you exactly ready? And do what, make sure your body's ready, recovered. And she was recovered. It was months later. I mean, people.
You're technically supposed to wait longer.
Well, why did our parents just crank them out? Like 1 kid, 2 kids, 3 kids, 4 kids. My mom, it just cranked them out.
You guys are all a couple years apart.
Well, yeah. I mean, why?
None of you were like 3 months apart or whatever. Well, that wouldn't work. I'm trying to think about it.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Well, every morning around this time, Gil Curtis comes in with the headlines of the last 24 hours.
This is not headline news. Dolly Parton released a new rock song with Rob Halford from Judas Priest. It's called Breakin' the Bra. A new Grammy rule says only humans are eligible to be nominated. Well, you had a good run, Cher. UPS drivers may go on strike. They're demanding longer breaks and shorter shorts. And the section of I-95 in Philadelphia that collapsed will reopen within 2 weeks. Even better, it's going to include a ramp. Just make sure you're driving 65 to make it to the other side. This is not headline news.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.